Welcome. I'm Christine. I am owner and content creator of bloomingbrilliant.net, where I share educational resources, parenting advice, and of course, information about homeschooling. I'm a homeschool mom of two. I homeschool my daughter who's 14 and my son who is 10 right here in Brooklyn, New York. And I love to share a homeschooling journey with you. Today, I'm going over some paperwork and we're going to start with the letter of intent, where to find it, how to fill it out. So let's get into it. If you're new here, before I jump in, and you're interested in homeschooling, especially here in New York, but in general as well, and you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, it would really help us out. So please subscribe. If you're here in New York and you're getting ready to homeschool, this is the website that you're going to want to go to. I'll put it in the description box below, but it's schools.nyc.gov/enrollment/help/home/dash schooling. You can see it right up here. And this is the site you're going to want to go to. It is a safe site in that it keeps your information private if you put stuff here. They explain everything here. They even have videos in English and Spanish, which is nice because this is all fairly new since COVID. And they explain how to re-enroll your child if you are returning to homeschool. Usually towards the end of the year in June, you will get a form where all you have to do is, I think, take your phone and it has a QR code and you can like resend the fact that you are going to continue homeschooling. But if you're like me, you might not wait for that and you might already send in your letter of intent. Now, if you've seen old videos, you'll see that I have like a template on my website that you could download for free. And it's a letter format where it's like, Dear Superintendent or whom it may concern, I plan to homeschool my child of this age, birth date, all this, right? Those days are gone. You don't need to do that anymore. We're going to scroll down after all that information, and you're going to see here that it'll tell you for the year, and you're going to click whatever language you speak, and you're going to download that. I have it up here. Now, I use Adobe to fill out my forms. I also use this to print any printables as well. I just find that it works the best, but you can use this in any software. And you can click here and it should let you change the school year, but you don't need to. It should be for the school year that you are currently enrolling in. So for us, for this video, it is for 2023 to 2024 school year. Now, you can read this information here, and then you got your name and all of your information. So you're going to put in your name, your last name first, and then your first name. You're going to put in your address, including the city, the state, and the zip, all in this format thing. And so you could type here. So you could put all your information in here. You could put your telephone number. You're going to want to put all this information and your email address. So put all of that. And then you're going to go down here and you're going to put the name of your student. And this will be it doesn't matter how you put it, but put your student information. So their last name and then their first name. And then you're going to put their birth date. And if you know their New York City state student ID number, this would be found if they went to public or private school. This will be found on their report cards. Then you can check to see if you're going to say that you currently is the student currently homeschooled? So have you been homeschooling them? This is like for me, like I've been homeschooling for years. Yes. If this is your first year homeschooling, I guess you could put no. Has this child ever attended New York City public school? If they have, you'll put yes. And then if so, you could put the school that they went to. Then if you have other children, you can put that here. Now, if you had more than 3 kids, I think you'd have to fill out another letter of intent. But you do the same thing for each child. And then after you read all that, make sure that everything is correct. And then you put your name. Now, here in Adobe, you could put like a little signature, but you don't have to here. You just write your name in here. So I put Christine. Don't mind me, I'm not caring about punctuation, about capitals. and you put the date, and typically it's due on the beginning of July, but you could send this in whenever you decided to homeschool, and then use it accordingly. Then fill out the rest of the paperwork, start homeschooling. Now, the letter of intent is just informing the government, the city, that you are homeschooling your child. It's not asking for permission. There is no such thing as, that getting permission to homeschool. It's your right to homeschool your child, especially, here in New York and in the United States. So you have the right to do it. Utilize it. But that's it. That's it. Once you're done with this, you're going to send this document to a separate email. Now, you might see I'm going to go back to their website, a whole bunch of emails listed like this: homeschool@schools.nyc.gov. But if you're going to send your letter of intent, you're going to send it here to letterofintent@schools.nyc.gov. That email is just for letter of intent purposes, getting you guys started. So you submit it to the Department of Education with days following the start of home instruction within the school district. So you may use the letter of intent PDF template, which we thing. So you save this. If you didn't know how to save it, it's this little down arrow. I'm not going to save it because I already have these already done and filled out. But you save it, you attach it in an email. You could write down put the email address. You could put in your child's name, letter of intent. You should also, get into the habit of putting your child's student ID in the subject line of all the correspondence back and forth with the homeschool board or whatever you call them. I don't know. It's early for me, but I wanted to get this done. So if I'm just a little weird, it's because of that. I go to bed really late. I wake up really early sometimes. It's just part of life for me right now. It's the stage of life I'm in. But yeah, the reason why is because I work. I work nights, and then I wake up to homeschool and deal with life and go back to the whole cycle. But I say that because it's possible to work full time and homeschool. Not easy, but it is possible. Okay. So that's it for the letter of intent. It's pretty simple. I think you could do it. If you have any questions, as always, you could put them in the comments below. I'm here for you. I just wanted to do an updated video because I realized when I was answering questions this morning that my videos for the paperwork are a little bit dated, and I wanted to give you guys the option to see it unfold in the way that it currently looks. Again, my words are not helping me today, and I'm not going to refilm this, so just enjoy it. Normally, my perfection brain would be like, no, girl. Not that anything I do is perfection. I just get in my head. Anyway, here we go into like a psychoanalysis of me. Anyway, I figured I'd redo them like this so I could walk you through it, and hopefully this helps. A little update since they changed things. I'm going to come back with another video very soon. I'm going to film another video on the individualized home instruction plan, and we're going to walk through that. So if you have any questions for this, put it in the comments and look out for that next video because that will probably be up soon.